Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Haley J here. For those of you who are new, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Today I will be doing a full glam on my sister. So I'm going to start off with grooming her brows. I'm just taking a spoolie and combing through her brows, combing her hairs up, and then I'm going to take the tip of the spoolie and kind of make a line so I can see all the hairs I don't want to use. And from there, I'm just going to take like an eyebrow razor and get all of that hair off. I didn't want to do too much. I still wanted to keep her eyebrows as natural as possible, but I just wanted to shape them up a little bit. So to keep her hairs in place, I'm going to be using some clear lash glue and just combing that through her brows and making sure they are nice and flat. For concealer, I'm using the LA Girl Concealer in Warm Honey and just taking a detail brush and carving out her brows. Once that is done, I'm just going to be applying some Emberlee's moisturizer on her face. To carve out the top of her brow, I'm going to be going in with her foundation. I believe this is the new Caledonia, and this was just a little bit too light, so I went in with a little of the Namibia just to darken it. You'll see when I do the other brow. So now it's time to start her eyeshadow. I'm going to take an e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush and just blend in that concealer on her lid so there aren't any creases. And for eyeshadow, I'll be taking the Juvias Place Warrior 2 palette and using the light brown shade in the top left corner and just using this as my transition shade. I'm taking a small eyeshadow brush and just patting that shadow on to mattify the area, and then I'm going to go in with swiping motions to fill in her crease. Now I'll be going in with that darker brown shade just to deepen her crease and place it on the outer V just to give it a little bit more dimension. I'm keeping the eyeshadow real simple. I'm using a light brown, a dark brown, and then on the lid, I'm going in with the blue shimmer. And this shimmer is out of the Jaclyn Hill Volume 1 palette. And I'm literally just patting this on her lid and make it look like a cut crease without having to actually do one. For primer, I'll be using the Smashbox, I believe it's called Oil Control. It's like a silicone-based primer, and applying that in her T-zone. And I'm going to start blending out that foundation on her forehead with that brush. And this is the Real Techniques setting brush. And I'm also going to be applying her foundation and her concealer with this brush. It helps me to get a nice and seamless blend. So now I'm just applying that foundation all over her skin. For concealer, I'll be using the Too Faced Born This Way in Maple, and I'm placing that underneath her eyes, dragging it down to her lip, the bridge of her nose, her forehead, and her chin. To blend out the edges of her concealer, I'm going to be going in with the Real Techniques Instapot Face Brush just to mesh the foundation and the concealer. And to blend underneath her eyes, I'm going to be taking a beauty sponge and then pressing that concealer all the way in. I make sure that she looks up so I can get under her eyes and fill in those creases with concealer, and this helps prevent creasing. Now it is time to set. I'll be going in with some RCMA No Color Powder and the Banana Powder from Revolution, and just pressing that in everywhere that I place concealer. And the Revolution powder is also a brightening powder, so it does kind of make her under eye look a little bright, which I didn't really like when I looked at it at the end, but hey, you live and you learn. Now that that powder is pressed in, it is time to contour the face. I'm going in with the Black Radiance True Complexion palette in medium to dark, placing that in the hollows of her cheeks, her forehead, and the sides of her nose. For blush, I'll be going back into that Juvias Place palette and using that pink and orange shade, applying that on the apples of her cheeks. I'm going to be taking some of that loose powder to carve out her cheekbones. Once that sits for a little while, I'm going to take a fluffy brush and dust it away and apply some pressed powder. I used the Black Radiance pressed powder in Cafe and just kind of like apply that on the bottom half of her face. For lips, I'll be going in with the Morphe lip liner in Trendsetter, and for the center of her lips, I actually used a concealer, probably was medium tan sand, the Tarte concealer, and have her blot her lips together. For gloss, I used the Ulta Jelly Gloss. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but it's the one that's like a bubblegum pink. It's really, really a bright, bright pink. And that basically completes the look. Now, here is where I messed up and I just kind of got like irritated with it. I tried to do like a black line instead of doing gel liner with eyeshadow, and there was fallout, so it got onto her face and I was unable to dust it away. So that happened, and I could not figure out how to get it off of her face or cover it. Nothing was working. So yeah, I recommend never doing that. I caught myself doing her eyes beforehand and still ended up having fallout on her face. So yeah, this completes the look. I just applied some lashes. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial.